And yet 105, there were still members of the family mourning, grieving, and missing her and longing, to see her again. And so in my view, there's never a convenient time to lose a loved one. It always comes as a shock, and it always comes and takes us by surprise. Psalms 144 verse 4 says, "You sweep men away, they are like a dream, like grass which is renewed in the morning. In the morning it flourishes and grows, but in the evening it fades and withers." And it's a reference again to the brevity of life. As Psalm 95-6 says, "The years of our life are 70, or even by reason of special strength, 80. Yet their pride is but toil and trouble. They are soon gone, and we fly away." And that's where we get one of our hymns from. One or some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away. Psalm 90 verse 10 says, "So teach us to number our days that we may get a wise heart." And then verse 12, "Observe the good man and behold the upright, for there is immortality for the man or the person of peace." Here follows a statement of faith by the psalmist in Psalm 34 verse 22. "Surely God will ransom my soul from the grave. He will gladly accept me. The Lord redeems the souls of his servants. None of those who take refuge in him will be condemned." Another version says, "put to shame." Psalm 34 verse 22. And earlier, Darian, when he read the scripture in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, and I have it in my notes as well, then the preacher, King Solomon, says, "The dust returns to the earth as it was, but the spirit returns to God who gave it." And then chapter 12, verse 5b of Ecclesiastes says, "Man then goes to his eternal home, and the mourners go about in the streets." I said it before, her name means lady, and she definitely carried herself like one. And I think that's one of the traits that I share with her, is that whenever I get to know someone, and sometimes I do this at in a place like, let's say, Checkers. You're standing in the line, and very often we spoke about impatience earlier, and I don't know if you've noticed this as well. When people are standing in line waiting to get to the till and to pay for their goods, there also seems to be that pressure behind you, the person behind you trying to kind of egg you on as if that will make the process go quicker. And so what I try to do to make the process more pleasant, I usually ask the cashier what her name means. Or if I do know what her name means, I will tell her that I know what her name means. And that just makes the journey at that moment more pleasant. And to take the time to thank that person and to thank the packer for the service that they are rendering to us. And I think I will continue to do that and think of her when I ask someone, "What does your name mean?" And to make a point of remembering it so that I can encourage someone else in future when I meet the next person with the same name. I think that is such a lovely character trait to have. And so in the grieving process, fortunately, death does not have the last word.